Colin James Carwin, and you're listening to the 44th Street Radio. Today, our headline, What is Going On? But first, the weather.
It's sunny out!
Thank you, Johnny. Today, folks, Friday, October 29th, 1929, has officially been called Black Friday. The Depression is upon us. People are riding the rails to come into the city and get pogey. A simple way of getting a few dollars from the government. Leaving wives and their family on the farm with nothing. With companies going under, there is not a bright future. Tariffs from the US are not allowing us to buy the supplies that we need at the right prices. The debt of the World War I is not in our favor, and Germany is not paying us. And on top of all of that, the government has been setting up camps. Now time for Kenny's Corner to enlighten us about the camps. He is here on the telephone in a phone booth in Alberta talking about his experience.
Well, folks, I've just been released from one of the concentration camps from the government that people have been sending to, and boy, I tell you, was it horrible. We worked for hours and hours with pay lower than the jobs we actually can find back in our homeland. It was incredible on the amount of people who were sent there. All of them are male, lost their jobs in the Depression. Jolly. It's so ironic that's what's happening in the camps right now. From what I've heard, we were all sent there to prevent us from starting a communist rebellion against the government. But what has been happening right now is the exact opposite of what they want. Every cabin has become a breeding bed for the Marxist socialism, and also Stalin's books are seen everywhere. One of my bunkmates even said to me once, "The harder they are working us and punishing us, the more we shall study and read and learn Stalin's beliefs. If it's a war they wanted, it's a war they're gonna get." Well, I have to tell the government right now, they should stop the concentration camps, or sooner or later, the people are actually gonna rebel, and they will have what they did not want to have. Now it's time for some commercials.
That is the sound of crisp, fresh Canadian ginger ale. It's so good, it hurts. You're on a car, and you arrive at your front door, ready for a drink. Canadian dry ginger ale. One gulp is for thirst, and other gulps are for kicks.
Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Thank you, Kenny, for that ironic observations. Now, with the new Nazi Party in place in Canada, what is it that they want? Here we have Pedro's opinion.
Hello, folks, and welcome to the political part of this show. Recently, everyone has been talking about the terrors of the communists invading into our country, and the government assures us that this is not going to happen. I have to tell you, folks, that life will find a way, and by that, folks, I mean that no matter how hard the government is going to try and stop the communism, they can still come into our society. Perhaps by stopping those from coming in, we start to become a communist party. If they were coming and we dilute their beliefs to somewhat close to our democracy, perhaps I would like to say it's a better way to keep them at bay. Meanwhile, in Ontario and Quebec, my sources tell me that there has been news of a new political party happening called the Nazi, and they are very devoted to show their hate towards the Jewish community. Well, there you have it, folks. And this is the analysis of the political parties happening right now. Hot and fresh, of the stone by your specialist. My name is Pedro Zumalacarrey, all the way from Mexico. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to the 44th Street Radio. As we are also going out of business, this is the last recording. And due to budget cuts, I'm not getting paid. This is Colin James Carwin, and good luck in the not-so-bright future. From all of us at the 44th Street Radio, stay thirsty, my friends.